What is the language of God? Man's hunt to find out the language of God has led him to conduct strange experiments. In the 13th century, a Roman emperor called Frederick II carried out an experiment on infants who were raised without human interactions in an attempt to determine if there was a natural language that they might speak once their voices become mature. The emperor hired foster mothers and nurses to suckle and bath and wash the children, but in no ways to prattle or to speak with them, for he wanted to see what language would the children speak, Arabic, Latin, or Hebrew, when they grow up. And whatever language they would speak, he would consider that language as the language of God. The experiment resulted in the death of the infants, as man is a social animal and cannot live without being talked to. Following the same footsteps of Frederick II, a Scottish emperor was said to have sent two children to be raised by a mute woman and isolated on an island to determine the natural language of children, as they were not exposed to any sort of language. When the children grew up a little, they were mute and were not able to speak any language. Mughal Emperor Akbar was later said to have children raised by a mute wet nurse. Akbar also came to the conclusion that children speak the language they are exposed to, and that speech arises from hearing. Thus, children raised without hearing human speech would become mute. The theory of Tarzan, a human raised in jungle by animal and started comprehending and speaking the language of birds and animals, give us an account that children learn language that they hear. Linguists believe humans are born with a language acquisition device in their minds which help them learn languages or language they are exposed to. All these theories and experiments prove that humans are yet to discover the natural language of a child, that is, the language of God.